Hello. Before we start today's episode, if you would like a condensed version of what I'm talking about in this podcast, go ahead and subscribe to the Perfectionist Guide. You can read the entire thing in 3 minutes or less. To access this, go to CourtneyLoveGavin.com/newsletter. Are you a bit of a perfectionist, type A, hyper performer? Then you know that having the audacity to see an ideal and bring it into reality while breaking generational habits of hustle can be tough, but it doesn't have to be. If you are ready to burn bright instead of burning out, to lead without losing yourself, and to enjoy the life you have worked so hard to create, then keep listening. I'm your host, America's leader on rewiring perfectionism, CLG, and this is Perfectionism Rewired, the podcast. Welcome to Perfectionism Rewired. What we are talking about today is Back-Asswards thinking of perfectionists, the number one mistake that I see perfectionists make. The thing about perfectionism is that it's super sneaky. It's very nuanced. And it's covert. It's not overt. We put these stipulations on ourselves, like, once I hit this goal in my career, then I will tackle this project in my home office that has been sucking the energy out of me for the past 4 years every time I look at it. The most significant Back-Asswards thinking I see with perfectionists is when it comes to resourcing yourself, getting support, or getting help. I am a fiercely independent person. I like figuring things out for myself. However, there comes a point through neuroplasticity, it was my big aha moment, that what you're doing is you are solving for the wrong problem, but you don't know that. None of us are going around like, hey, I think I'm going to solve problems that aren't actually problems, and I'm going to strengthen what's weakening me. Like, see these weeds over here? I'm going to water them. I'm going to put Miracle-Gro on the weeds. I'm going to nourish the weeds. That's what we end up doing with ourselves. The way that we end up doing that with ourselves is by the subtle self-punishment. And the way that this most commonly comes up is you're like, I'll get a personal trainer once I lose 15 pounds. I will hire CLG as my perfectionism coach once I get past the holidays. Your perspective is warped. It is Back-Asswards thinking. It would just be like saying, I'm going to go to the hospital with my broken leg once it heals. It's like, no, you need to go to the hospital so that your leg can be healed. It's like saying, I'm going to be loving and kind with my partner once we're married. Like, no. The way that you decide to enter into marriage with each other is by having a nourishing, loving, wonderful relationship. I'm going to join the Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator once I have more time. It's like, no, you join the Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator so that you get 20 hours a week back, so that you gain that time instantly when you join. You're so prone to that all or nothing thinking. We'll say, well, if I can't even get my ass up to meditate each day, I can't find the time to do that. My schedule's so packed. How am I ever going to find a half an hour each week to coach one-on-one with CLG? There's no way. Yeah, because what we don't realize happens is that just like when you go to the hospital and your doctor resets your broken leg, you start that healing process. It's the same thing when it comes to ourselves. The action of going to the hospital, you taking that action, that changes you. And through that experience of you making that choice, you then become equipped to do those things that you have been subtly holding for you at arm's length. You know what I mean? Like you've been holding away from you. I've never known anyone that's like, I did it too soon. And this is where having a skilled practitioner in your life makes all the difference. Like every time you go to the doctor, it doesn't mean they're going to write you a prescription. They might be like, hey, just drink some more water. It's viral. You trust them to use their level of discernment in knowing, hey, this isn't actually a fit for you right now. Or I'm not actually the best person to help you. Like, I mean that every person that reaches out, what I care about most
is you getting the resources that you need and that are best for you. A lot of times that means I will refer you, because in the accelerator, we're here for people who are committed, and not everyone is committed yet. Some people will never be committed. Other people, they're at the interested stage. Everyone's interesting, but they're at the interested stage. And then sometimes what happens, this is what happened to me and my first coach I hired, was that like my life got progressively crappier over a couple years. And then I went back to her, and then I was committed to things changing around. But before then, I was just interested. To recap for you today, look across the core pillars of your life, your person, your presence, your inner peace, and your prosperity, and ask yourself, where do I have some back-asswards thinking? Where am I holding off on something for myself because I think that I need to do X before I'm deserving of it or before it will really work? And I would just say do the opposite and question yourself. The next episode is going to be all about what is a perfectionism coach to help you avoid imposters, what that looks like. What's the difference between a perfectionism coach versus a generic life coach versus a therapist or a counselor, how all of that plays together. So you guys know when you're considering being better resourced as a perfectionist, what to look for and what to look out for. If you're like, CLG, I look at everything back-asswards. I don't even know what is frontwards. All that I know is that I'd like some shit to change in my life. I'd like to be more resilient, happier, braver, stronger. And I want a revolutionary approach to do that. Then I invite you to check out CourtneyLoveGavin.com/accelerator today. And before Halloween, you can be in a whole new groove, playing at a whole new level, and have all of your back-asswards thinking cleared up.